Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I say a big welcome to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop any new video, you will receive it. And if you are my returning subscriber, thank you for always supporting and showing some love. So today I have a very important topic to talk about. I think last week, some weeks ago, I asked a question on one of my social media platforms, and I asked them, is experience the best teacher? And I got a ton of responses, and I'd like to share with you what I gathered from that conversation. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So today, we're going to talk about experience. Is experience really the best teacher? Before I go forward, I'd like to read some of the comments that I gathered from that post that day. People shared their thoughts with us, and I'd like to share with you. Someone said, compared to other forms of learning, I think experience will always be the best teacher. The outcomes may not always be positive, but the lesson has been learnt. However, what you choose to do with this knowledge is up to you. Do you try something different next time, or are you just a mule headed as when you are learning from other resources? For instance, no matter how many business classes I attend, I might never be able to par with a businessman with years of experience. I like to add that experience as a teacher can be fertile. Sometimes, thus, it shouldn't apply to every situation. I'm going to read the responses. I'm going to read some of the rest. But before we go forward, I just want to for us to understand the concept behind this. Now, when we look at the word experience, what does experience mean? What does it mean? For me, experience is the knowledge, the skill you gathered over the years, like the knowledge and skill you gathered as a result of doing something for a long time. That's experience in simple terms. And then teacher. Who is a teacher? A teacher is a person that helps someone to gather skills, to gather knowledge, or to learn. So is experience the best person? And don't forget, experience is a concrete noun. It's an abstract noun. Sorry, it's an abstract noun, like idea. It's an abstract noun. So is experience the best entity to help someone acquire skill, acquire knowledge? That's what we are discussing about today. So that I've given you an understanding of what we're talking about. So let me continue with what some other people said. Yes, experience teaches us so much more than you read, hear, or learn. Though other avenues give you a clue or might even teach you, but you pick the best lessons from your experience personally. As happenings could be general, but lessons and applications are specific to individuals. My opinion with some major lessons I have learned over time. Some other person said, some people experience the same thing over and over again and never learn from it. Others experience something and never survive the experience. Experience is the best teacher if we learn from the experiences of others. Personal experience is a good enough teacher, but not the best teacher. Wow, this is getting interesting. So one person says, having knowledge and applying knowledge are two different things. Okay. I know that fire burns from experience, but I choose to play with it. Having to go through the same experience over and over again doesn't invalidate the teaching method. Experience seems like a good enough teacher compared to other methods. Just choose what you like to learn through experience wisely. Let me pause there for a moment and let's just discuss. Now, is experience the best teacher? This is what I have to say. It's not a yes or no answer. These are questions that you don't say yes or no to. Experience is a good teacher, but experience is not always the best teacher. Now, I've read through some of the comments people have made, and one thing is clear: learning from your experience is an added advantage. As we go through life, we may experience one thing or the other. The beauty of it is, what did you take out from that experience? Did you learn something from the experience? Experience is a good teacher, but not the best teacher. Evaluated experience, on the other hand, is the best teacher. Now, there's something about experience, the negative part of experience. Now, for many people, because they have experienced things in their life, they then develop a fixed mindset. That is the downside to having experiences. You develop a fixed mindset. And then, this is the way it happened for me. Let's take, for example, some people who who had bad marriages. Like, all marriages are bad. Men are bad. Women are bad. My first marriage was bad. My second marriage was bad. He has had some experiences in marriages, and so to him, marriage is a no-no. And what has happened to this person? This person didn't sit back to go over the series of events. What have happened? Why did this happen? Who made it happen? What did I do? What was my contributing factor? Okay, what can I do next time, to make the experience a better one? This is the only way whatever experience you go through life can be beneficial to you. Let me quickly read more. Let's read more of what other people have said. And someone said, why should I experience it when I can learn from other people's experience? Learning from your own experience could be dangerous at times. This is why we have mentors, books, and coaches around. Trial and error is not the best way to go. I agree with this person. When it comes to your job and skill, experience could be the best teacher. But when it comes to life is not procedural. Experience is not always the best teacher when it comes to life issues. Because there are certain things that if you experience them, you may never recover from them. But learning from the experiences of others could give you an idea. You're going to a new school and you know basically nothing about the school, or you're going into a new field. You know basically nothing about this field. Learning from someone who has gone ahead of you gives you an idea what you're expecting. It gives you an idea, but it's not going to form all your whole experience. It just gives you an idea of what you're expecting, and then for you have an added advantage. You know what to avoid, who to avoid, what to say, what not to say, isn't it? Many of us have parents or elder ones who tell us, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. Why do they say don't do this, don't do that, don't do this? It's because they've experienced and they know the repercussion. Now, for someone who is a recovering drug addict, for someone who is played his way or her way through school, when they talk to younger people, they always tell them, when I was in school, I did this, I did that, don't do this. What's the person doing? The person is sharing from his or own experience so that you do not make the same mistakes he or she made. And so you don't have to taste drugs. You don't have to suffer through the pains of drug addiction to know that drugs have a negative impact in your life. Or you don't need to you don't need to travel through the desert to Libya and other places to know that that adventure is dangerous. You could lose your life, because there are people who have taken that path and have now come back to tell us how dangerous it is. So you don't need to experience it to know that it is. And so like I said earlier, when it comes to your job and skills, experience is good. It's a good teacher. But when it comes to life issues, experience is not always the best teacher. But learning from your experiences and learning from the experiences of others is the best teacher. I hope you got value from this. What do you think? Is experience really the best teacher? I'd like to hear from you. And don't forget, these are my opinions. I am in no way imposing my opinions on you. These are my opinions. So, do you think experience is a good teacher? Let's keep the conversation going in the comment section below. And please don't forget to like this video, share with your friends and family. Let's get this conversation going. And till I come your way next time, keep living intentional. Bye for now.